The new Explorer, certainly a whole new vehicle from the old Explorer. Why the relaunch? Why now?
We've sold nearly 6 million Explorers, and there are 4 million that are still on the road. And every year, 140,000 owners trade in their Explorer, and they want a new one. So we've known this for a number of years now. So we have the rest of the product line, the small, medium, and large, all done now. So now is the time to really make a dramatic reinvention of the Explorer.
Well, you say reinvention, and that's the ideal word for it, because this is very different than the Explorer that we all know and that many of us have driven. This is going not to be as strong of an engine. It's, 30% more fuel efficient than the current Explorer. So you're really, it almost seems like a car in terms of fuel efficiency, but it looks like an SUV. So why that mix?
Well, it's exactly what the customers want. They just wanted all of the latest technology, the safety features that we have been putting into all our vehicles, but in a new, reinvented Explorer. It'll be more fuel efficient than most sedans.
Miles per gallon, can we get a final read on that yet?
We are still doing the exact miles per gallon with the EPA, but we know and we're confident there's going to be at least 30% improvement over what we have today. We're going to be able to offer the consumers two engine choices, a V6 if they want to tow a little bit more, like maybe 5,000 pounds. But if they really want the fuel efficiency, then they get one of our EcoBoost engines with direct fuel injection and turbocharging, and that takes up to a 30% improvement, which will be really, really a dramatic improvement.
Do you think, Alan, is this a sign that the broader industry, or at least Ford, is moving away from muscle trucks, huge, heavy SUVs? I mean, is this where the American and the global consumer is going?
In Ford's case, this was our strategy. One, to focus on the Ford brand, and then also commit to our customers that we'd have a full product line of small, medium, and large cars, utilities, and trucks. And of course, this is a very important market. It's not as big a market as it was 10 years ago. But this is a very important market, and now the consumers have the best-in-class Explorer in this medium-sized SUV.
So some analysts are saying, because you use the same base for this as, say, a Ford Taurus.
Yes.
Some analysts say this is a car in terms of power with an SUV body. Is that right, or is this more powerful?
It's a kind of a combination of that, because clearly, as we move to new platforms like the Taurus, that basic size with a completely different top hat that gets at the SUV capability. So it's kind of two different things. One's a great sedan, the other one is a great SUV. But we get a lot of synergy on using a lot of the same components.
You've made a big focus on the Ford nameplate with the new Taurus and now with the new Explorer. So what's next for Lincoln?
Over the last 5 or 6 years, we've been investing in the Lincoln product line. This has been a great premium brand over the years, and so we're going to take its premiumness up a whole nother level and have a completely differentiated Lincoln experience.
The American market is very important for Ford, but the global market is incredibly important for Ford. You've got a 2% market share in China right now. How aggressive are you going to push into China? GM has made a very, very strong push into China.
Exactly. We have a great operation in China and in India, but we have started a little bit relatively late. But the Chinese love the Ford brand, and so we are now aggressively expanding in China and India as fast as we can, and we're doing great there in the customer's eyes.
What about jobs, specifically jobs in the United States? When we spoke last, Alan, you said America is becoming a more attractive place to build cars. Anything associated with this launch that we'll see more jobs here to stay?
This is going to be assembled in Chicago, where we make the Taurus. And so we're also announcing that we're going to make a $400 million investment in Chicago operations. It's going to create 1,200 new jobs. And then when you look at our suppliers, it's going to be another 600 jobs with our suppliers in 23 states. And another neat thing about the Explorer is this is the #1 exported vehicle outside of the United States around the world. It's exported to 90 different countries. So I think that especially as Ford comes back and we're increasing market share and the industry starts to grow, we're going to be able to provide tremendous jobs and tremendous careers for everybody.
The most profitable quarter for Ford in 6 years. The one question that investors have is the debt levels. You've been able to shed $7 billion of that $27 billion in debt. Yes. How's the rest going? What can investors expect?
Well, it's going really well, and the guidance we have given them is that our plan all the way along, because remember, we borrowed the money to restructure Ford and also to invest in all these new products. So we are so pleased to not be taking taxpayer money. We're pleased to be paying down the debt, which is terrific. And so we reduced the debt by $7 billion in the second quarter. And we also gave guidance that we're going to be profitable and positive free cash flow for 2010, great performance, and even better in 2011. So that allows us to accelerate the repayment of debt. We also gave guidance, Poppy, that we're going to be net positive on cash by 2011, meaning we have more cash than debt, and we're on our way now to investment grade.
So when analysts from JP Morgan said they think Ford should be able to shed that debt within 2 years, is that too aggressive of a goal, or might we see that?
Well, we haven't given the exact time frame when we're going to do it because, of course, cash is so important to manage during these very tough times. So we're going to continue to do just like we've done, look at the situation, absolutely keep improving our operations, and that gives us great options about how fast to do it.